Alright guys, today is the last day. I have to officially help this charity, but as I've mentioned before, I'm actually sticking around and going to be helping them afterwards. So I have some things for you guys. So I don't know what really is going to go on this video. All I know is it's 7:30 in the morning. We're heading out there. I got to do 4.5 hours today. Sometimes this week we are going to be getting a hold of and signing on to the new company, so I should be local every single day, and we'll be able to start searching for stuff within my area. So it's going to be weird going back to work, but like I said, I do want to hit it hard January 1st. I want to get that debt paid off, so I am actually I only at $37,000 now, because I just paid off a chunk, or well, a small chunk, but so I'll be taking care of that. But I'm going to get with you guys on the charity here after I'm done, just because I'd like to propose some things. But truck started right up this morning. It's about 40 degrees. I had it plugged in overnight. It starts up like nothing. The only downside, the kind of weather. And yesterday I kind of used like every bit of what was in the tank for the washer fluid. And yeah, so I need to go fill the washer fluid back up. But other than that, we are cruising. We're doing great. So let's get this 4.5 hours out of the way. I gotta go to the bank because I accidentally left my debit card in the ATM. Whoopsies, never done that before, but they said they should be able to recover it for me today. So we're gonna do that, and then we'll figure out what goes on for the rest of the day. Alright guys, so I told you in the previous video that about like liquidating and all the other stuff. So we're going today, not much going on. I just spoke with the guy that we're leasing under on Monday, so we're working on getting some things through the insurance, which everything is going good. Yeah, so we're getting that checked out. So basically what we're gonna end up doing is we're going to getting both oil changes done on the Accord and her CRV today, and we're actually going to be putting her CRV out on the lot for sale, because again, that's something that we're going to be liquidating. I'm going to be trying to find her a car that's a little bit more fuel efficient and maybe not all-wheel drive all the time. That would be nice. But yeah, that's basically what we're doing today, trying to get every one of the finances in order, trying to be as cheap as possible, and any money that she gets for the CRV we'll use on another car. But the stuff that I'm liquidating, pretty much anything that I get, I'm probably just going to throw right into Bitcoin or into any other cryptos that I see fit. But basically that's what I'm doing. So any asset I get rid of is going to that. So we're going to do a detail on this thing today. I'm going to bring the truck in later. I want to fix the e-brake cables on that, because from what I understand, that's an out of service, and for some reason my e-brake doesn't work in the truck anymore. And I think that's really it. I think once I do that and throw an air filter on the truck, like everything's complete 100% and should be good to go. So we should be pretty good on Monday to start, if not Tuesday. But like I said, we're just working on some things with the insurance, getting some things going through. I'm supposed to be receiving a call from the insurance company here in sometime after the 1st. So today's the 1st now, so I'll probably end up hearing something on Monday. But besides that, she should be behind us any minute. She had to stop back and go pee, but yeah, so we'll both be heading out here today. Today's gonna be a day. It's Saturday, it's the 1st. I'll be getting Liam back tomorrow, Sunday the 2nd, and we'll keep rolling with it. Like I said, all this stuff's for sale, so let me know if you guys, anybody's interested in any of this stuff, because I'm getting ready. I still have a transfer case for sale. Let me know. All right, here she is. It's not actually in super bad shape. Just needs a good, forgot to unlock the doors. Just needs a good clean out, really. So we're gonna get this thing detailed today. Probably clean up the wheels, because the backs are great, the front's not so much, but with the kids and everything, we'll get it all cleaned out, vacuumed out, swept. Everything works. This one is in really good shape. I'm probably gonna put it up for 5 and just see what people offer, but it does have a newer engine in it. It had like 60,000 on the engine, so that's about it. It is raining outside, but yeah, so just needs the fronts checked, and for what it is, like I said, not all that bad. Just that's what happens when you have a woman driver and you have kids at the same time. There's a mess. So clean that up, never worry about it. Comes with a spare. All right, everything is cleaned out, other than the mat she just stepped on, but I got everything pretty decent for what it is. Not a detailer by any means, but a lot cleaner. Door jambs are cleaned out. I cleaned that wheel, so I have her cleaning her other side. but you guys can see door jambs are nice and clean. Wanna be on camera, babe? You having fun over there? Look at you go. She's killing it. So this one's done. This one should be ready. I also did... Oh, I should have just left the hood popped, but I have the miles written down on the air filter, so I'll close that. I also cleaned up the sides. Next step, we'll be doing this one, because this one needs inspected. And I also have a crack in the windshield, so we'll get that taken care of. Get this thing cleaned out, because, you know, kids and whatnot. So also got to pull this carpet. So we'll get that out as well. I need to get new carpet and somehow find a way to build something for the trunk at some point, which actually shouldn't be all that hard. Just a little rusty, but perfectly good car. Love this thing. Yeah, there's no trunk, so I'm gonna build a liner for that eventually. All right, oil change is done. We have the carpet ripped out now because this carpet is just trashed. So we got the inside vacuumed out. We're gonna get everything wiped down. Probably start trying to either source another carpet or find a way to cover everything up. I'm pretty sure we're probably just gonna source another carpet at some point, but gotta be as cheap as possible. You guys can see it's really not all that bad. A lot of this stuff, just spray some spray nine down, like you can see here, and then you come over to where she's at. How's yours looking? See, look at that minty. Like that's what it should look like. So we'll get it all wiped out and whatnot, and get the seats back in, get everything, you know, detailed and whatnot. Said somebody make an offer on the CRV. Make an offer. What are you looking at? Make an offer on the CRV, and yeah, actually both CRVs, because she wants something different. I don't know. I kind of like this thing. I ran my other one without carpet with Liam in it, and we never had an issue. I used to love that car, but then Justin bought it and killed reverse in about a week. So, good old Justin. But other than that, yeah, so she's coming together. You guys can see. Right-hand drive. I don't know, the phone's kind of weird. I guess it's been doing that and flipping the image, so whatever. But yeah, we're going to keep cracking at it, and if you guys can source me out a carpet for a 98 to 2002 Honda Accord, that would be great. Thank you. Everything is done. We got everything pretty much out and cleaned. So everything looks good. So we're going to get some nice floor mats for it in the meantime while we wait to see if we're going to throw some carpet in it. All depends on what people have, and you know, we got even like the center console, everything detailed and nice and clean. So oil change done, everything's nice. So we're gonna get it inspected. I gotta get a windshield for it, and then in the summertime we'll remedy, you know, we'll get a new fender for it and have this done back here, because that's like literally the only rust on the car. But yeah, so now we're gonna skip ahead to tomorrow, and I'm gonna be working on the black truck. Figure at least take you guys for a ride and what kind of the day was like, because it's lazy Saturday, but we figured we'd get something done, so we made some huge progress. That's for sale. New build here. So all right, this thing's been sitting for a couple days. Let's see how she starts. There we go. All right, made it back. Today I'm gonna work on this stupid e-brake, because every time it just, I feel like the cable is just really loose. So I want to get that taken care of, because everything's brand new. But guys, take a minute to just appreciate how clean it is in here. You know, it's not perfect, but it's a lot cleaner than it was. So I went through and wiped everything. Got a new car seat. Liam's back here. So I'm gonna go over those numbers with you guys today on the basically my 2022 goals, because I went through everything on my 2021. I made a video at the beginning of the year when I started Hotshot, and I said, this is what I want to accomplish. And at the end of 2021, I pretty much accomplished 95% of what I said I was going to do. I said I wanted to get a Kaufman trailer at the beginning of the year. I did that. I said I wanted to make $140,000. I was pretty close. I was about 10,000 off. We made like 129,800 and some change. So I was like a little bit off, but that's a good thing, because if you make a goal and give yourself less of a time to get to it, you'll be a lot further off even if you fail. So if you give yourself 3 years to accomplish a goal, or you give yourself 6 months, it doesn't matter if you fail in that 6 months because you're still going to be further ahead than if you were to say, hey, I can just do it in 3 years. So that's what I'm going to do. I have some lengthy goals for this year. And I apologize to the guys. I said I was going to get back to power only, but I was going to get back into power only. I had a company lined up and then they went AWOL. Nothing I can do about it, but pretty much I'm going to be doing everything that I possibly can. If there's a power only load in the area, I'm absolutely going to take it. But the new plans with the new company, they are hopefully we'll be set up this week. We're just working on some insurance stuff. So we're set up to do 300-mile radius around the house. So I'll be home every single day. Whether it's cars and power only are the only thing I can do right now. But I do want to get a freight trailer because they said that they have a lot of freight in my area going back and forth. Like there's Ohio, there's Philly, there's Pittsburgh, there's the bigger cities up here. So it's absolutely doable and we can do it. So I'll go over those goals when I get the laptop out. I'm going to show you guys how I like crunch my numbers and whatnot. But 2022 is going to be a very, very good year. So I accomplished my goals last year with only working 8 months of Hotshot, and the other 4 months were just miscellaneous other stuff. So, all right, so after dealing with this for the longest time, you know how the e-brake doesn't work. Well, look at that. We're in neutral now. We're on a downhill, and it actually stops it. So, what I did, this is apparently an old trick these guys have. Okay, so there's the cable and all that. I put 2 knots in this cable here, and put 1 knot, realized it wasn't enough. I put a 2nd knot and it actually was too short. So what I did was I put the ratchet strap around it with the vice grips, pulled the cable, slammed it back into itself, let go of the ratchet strap, and now everything is good. So we have a working e-brake. You guys can see this isn't a small hill. So on this hill here, obviously it's too much for it, but it stops it on the flat ground. It stops it when it's, you can see the truck is tilted a little bit that way. So it holds it on level ground, whereas before, if it was like on something like this, it would just start rolling, which was obnoxious. So, but this thing is super tight. Like I have to force myself to push that down. So it's quite obnoxious, but also the doors close. So yeah, we have a working e-brake that is legal. If I go to run it forward, obviously it'll stall it, but that's basically the end of it. So the e-brakes on these kind of suck. Everything back there is new, brand new, and adjusted. So, but what do you guys think? It is, you know, bedside's all painted and all the other little stuff, and now we just got to paint that and the hood, and then we'll get the whole thing painted and we'll go over it. So, looking pretty good. All right, so we're gonna try something new here. So basically, I wanted to go over all my numbers from 2021 and show you guys everything going on here, and I found out how to screen record. So this is cool. We have our goals, we have our budgeting I want to go over, and we have pretty much everything. So as you can see, January, here's every specific month. So January, you guys can look at like YouTube ad revenue was 245. Everybody seems to be curious about that. February YouTube ad revenue was 152. March YouTube ad revenue was 319. And then you can go through and you can see the stimulus check and stuff like that. Robinson Transport, pretty much everything is in here. But if I were to go and highlight, let's do everything in green. That is basically YouTube. Let's do green. So you guys can see just how much, I think the overall numbers for YouTube was like 22,800, something like that. But you can see we started off the year at 245, 152, and it slowly started working its way up until we got this check right here, which is $4,025 from YouTube in the month of December. Here is the total amount gross that I made was $129,817. I came into this year telling myself that I was going to make $140,000, okay? Had I not made that goal, you know, I could have made less. So I shot for that amount. I would have probably made it, but with the accident and everything else that went on, it just didn't happen. So it's not a big deal. It's one of those things you'd rather make a goal and achieve and try to strive for it and fail and be further ahead than you would be if you tried, like say I would have shot for 100,000 and only did 80,000. So $129,817.05. The month of December, I made $5,575 doing the mechanic work and doing the YouTube. There is some things that I probably didn't add in here, like, some of the things that I've been doing as side jobs just for that. I never added any of that stuff. So the number may be a little bit higher because it really looks like I only did 3 things in December, which is just not anything I put on YouTube went on here. So month of November was $6,314 and October was $10,948. September we did $17,725. In August I did $17,859 in revenue. In July I did $14,020. In June I did $8,743. In May I did $12,009. In April 28, so April I did $15,087. And in March, I did $9,300. In February, $8,191. And then in January, I did $4,007. So there is basically all the numbers on the screen recording. Now we're going to go to the next thing. I made a whole nother chart here, which is the jobs pay sheet for 2022. So I'm going to write everything down on here, starting from the beginning of the year and going on up. Now, when I get into the budgeting, before you guys look at this, this is basically how I'm going to do my budgeting and all of my goals. I have 2022 goals. It seems insane. It's fine. If we fail, we fail. It is what it is. But I'd rather fail and know that I did better than when I tried to achieve something and I didn't set my goal far enough. So first things first, 2022 goals, no matter what. Debt-free by October 8th. 4 a.m. to 5 a.m. I want to wake up every single day, Monday to Friday. Saturdays and Sundays, we'll see. I do want to try to achieve for that to be a weekend thing. I want to get another flatbed trailer, a 30 to 40 foot, because I said in the beginning, last year, if you watched my goals video from 2021, I said that I wanted to get a Kaufman trailer, and I went and got it. Now, I also said that I wanted to have a fleet of trailers, whether I'm doing power only, whether I'm doing cars, whether I'm doing freight, doesn't matter. I wanted to have a fleet of trailers. Never changed. So I want to get another one. I want to be as frugal as possible. And I want to gross $260,000 this year, whether it's hotshotting, whether it's YouTube, or whether it's cryptocurrencies, stocks, any of that. I want to see $260,000 go in the door, whether it goes in and out. But it's basically it. So any of these numbers up here, I'm going to highlight these. Any of these numbers can change. I did not mean to do that. Command Z. Any of these numbers can change. So every week, say I make $5,000, 44, 45. I just wrote a bunch of different numbers in here just to use as examples. But this week, say I made $450 last week. Okay. That's what I made last week. That was my net. That was my take home. That was my profit. So fuel, I'm allowing myself 25% of anything I make to go into fuel. If I think it's too much, I'll change it down the road. But basically what I'm doing here is, and I'm going to change these formulas because I just decided to do each individual one as a decimal when I should just take this number here and change it. So I should make it equals this of this, but I did it 0.25 times. So yeah, 25% of anything is fuel. So if I make $5,000 in a week, I'm allowed to spend $1,250 on fuel. And so on and so forth down this list. My food, I'm allowing 5%. So this week, I'm only allowed to spend $2,250 on food this entire week up until Friday comes. This is a Saturday to Friday pay schedule. So anything I made in between there, I can only spend $2,250 on food this entire week. Minus whatever is at home in the kitchen. That doesn't count. But anything for work, I'm only allowed to spend $2,250 this week. My maintenance on the truck, I'm allowed 10%. So $45 goes into the maintenance fund. My savings, I'm going to take 20% of anything I make, and I'm going to put that in my savings. That's $90. You do not go in that car seat.
I'm not.
Do not go in that car seat.
I'm not.
That's Owen's.
I'm scooting over.
Anything, cryptocurrencies, I put Bitcoin specifically because I'm going to be dumping 5% of anything I make into Bitcoin. I want to own an entire Bitcoin by the end of 2022. I want to own an entire Bitcoin. So I'm throwing 5% of anything I make into Bitcoin. So I'm not going to tell anybody what I have into certain cryptos. I have my meme coins, I have my Bitcoin, and I have a portfolio all set up. So So they're predicting by the year 2030 that shit could be $1 million. So obviously I want to invest as early as possible. Obviously, I did not know about cryptos last year. I did not know about any of this stuff, but that's what I'm doing. Cryptos are going up, by the way. So make sure you do your research before you buy stuff. And then I have a bills account for the house that I give her a card for. Anything I make, 20% is going to go into that. So if I make $5,000, $1,000 goes into the bills account. This is a weekly thing that I'm doing. And then that's a total percent of 85%. So whatever's left should be, let me see, equals this minus sum of this. That'll leave me $67.50 in the account to pay whatever else. So Friday coming up, I have to make the trailer payment every week. It's $250. And I owe, oh man, I'd like to say I owe like $3,600 on that trailer. So that'll be paid off in about 3.5 months. So I will own that trailer outright. That'll be debt free. I got to pay $12,000 come February. That'll be debt free. So that right there is almost $16,000 of my debt paid off in the next 3 months. Also with PSECU. So in the next 3 months, I should realistically have almost $20,000 in debt paid off. 3 or 4 months, something like that. So that's not bad. I will be debt free this year. So that goal I definitely want to achieve. The 260 gross, I want to do that. And I'm going to strive as much as possible to do that. But we'll see. So this is my video for the beginning of 2022. Hold me to it. At the end of, once 2023 comes around, obviously things are going to change up here and there. I might add some goals in. But this is my everything this year. So I hope you enjoyed this little segment because I got to learn how to use the screen recording. So, and then, yeah. So other than that, also, use my Mudflap code, link in the description. My Trust wallet, my Coinbase wallet are both in the description. And my Coinbase code is also in the description. So you get $10 free, $5 or $10 free Bitcoin. Mudflap gets you $10 free fuel. And also Central PA Logistics at gmail.com is also in there. So when I'm debt free, I am going to get my authority, but that'll be a 2023 goal. I'm not putting that in any of this stuff now. So let's get to the rest. All right, so I saw somebody broken down. Their car seems to slightly be. So I stopped and talked to them, made sure they're okay. So before I go home, I'm gonna make sure that they're okay first. She has to keep stopping on the mountain. I guess it keeps cutting out on her, but we'll make sure nobody gets hit or whatnot and go from there. But yeah, just want to make sure. Why not? Something to do, help somebody out. It doesn't bother me. Make sure she can get to the Sunoco and go from there. Alright, well, no tow strap was required, so we were able to get it driven and going. So no tow strap, drama free. It did break down a couple of times on the way, but you know what? They're safe, and that's all that matters. So hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you guys want any more details on anything else that I'm going to be trying to do. But things happen, things change. It is life. Nothing in this world is certain, so just do your best. Appreciate you guys. Happy holidays, and well, at this point, Happy New Year's. See ya.